And
And
we are
what?
live. We are live. Welcome, everyone, for our podcast discussion on WandaVision. We're going to talk about what we like, and we talk about what we also really wish that
What's that
should have
happened?
happened or should have things never the case, and also talk about the good and bad. Anyway, this is my good friend Tevia. My other
Hello.
friend, uh, Rin, should be here. If not, oh well. Anyway, if you have any questions to talk about, please comment down below, and I'll pretty much start the shit. All right. So, what did you thought of this season, and pretty much the good and the bad and the ugly? I mean,
Oh, I put it at 11 times. It was awesome. It did a slow burn, but I'd find it because it was building and building. And it got insane by
it got
episode.
crazy. Dude, I'll just say
Yeah.
this: the moment that we all find out that it's Wanda, it was very much surprising. And I love the fact that it doesn't show you how this whole happened right at the gate. It pretty much
Yeah.
just jumps at right in the middle of it, and pretty much you're left to assume things, and later on it builds to that suspense. But you
Hmm.
pretty much see a character's grief.
Yeah.
Um, I personally felt that the way they handled the grief was perfect. But
Hmm.
I'm gonna say this for once. I'll say it again. I really didn't like the fact that wait, Vision, the White Vision, remembers who he was. Now it kind of makes this whole show fucking pointless.
Not
You-
entirely. It wasn't all pointless because tell the
No, no,
truth.
yes, like no, Tevia. Look, think about it. This whole show was her breaking point.
Yeah.
Vision was her last happiness. You take that away, you break what she was.
Hmm.
And that's how I saw it as. And granted, he's an android, so you could
Yeah.
make a loopholes out of it. But I mean, and granted, I'm gonna say this right now, they're the first family of the MCU. I mean,
Yeah. Because
they really went out of their way to make this to be the first family.
well,
Um,
technically, it's still Iron Man.
no, Iron Man. But we never really got spend time with the family of Iron Man.
Oh.
Um, we never got to see how far Tony went as a father. But I mean, I think who's? Oh yeah, I think that's Ren.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
Ren, my good
Yeah,
friend.
hey, sorry I'm late.
Yeah,
I,
because
I knew you were going to be late. I'm
one
like,
time.
I knew you were late, so I'm like, we'll start without him. He'll just fill in. My good friend Ren, tell me how you felt about the season and overall.
Well, the season was really good. No episode disappointed me,
Mm-hmm.
but
Honestly,
I was disappointed in the final fight between both visions. I expected more. I
Yeah.
wanted to see I wanted to see the
personally,
true potential of that vision.
oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, White
Personally,
Vision. Yeah.
I could see why you would say that because the white vision and the regular vision that we know is very drastic, and it did happen in the books, but it was very
Mm-hmm.
different on that point. However, it's what I thought it was going to be. It was a very nasty fight, but yet again, they did something that I thought they would never do. Have it where Vision, the White Vision, remembers his previous self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
And
to big difference.
it kind of makes me think like, so let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So you're pretty much establishing that this Vision remembers who he is. So technically, it's he's the same character. Why doesn't he stick around, or at least at the end credits, he shows up at Wanda and comforts her? I
He,
mean
he
that's
probably
just,
went to go. He probably went to go find himself. You know, like
Yeah,
that,
kind
that
of
could be it.
wonder.
That could
because
be it.
a lot of you gotta remember he doesn't know Tony's dead.
That is true.
No, again. Remember, he died. At the end of the Infinity War.
Yeah.
snap the mind gem away from him.
Yeah,
So
which was
he's
fucking
not
stupid.
death.
Well, I hated that idea.
So
I
we
mean, like,
might
it's-
see him probably if there's a season 2. We probably might see him come back.
I've been watching
or
too.
show up in Doctor Strange 2. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
I don't see him doing it because it's gonna be like kind of like a Wanda kind of type of scenario with Doctor Strange 2. Like because we know that she's gonna find her kids.
Yeah,
that's the thing too. I was just about to mention that.
which we'll get to that.
And the kids, I'll just say this: the kids. Oh my god, those kids are just awesome. I could watch an entire show just them just messing
Same.
around.
I think they're developing towards a Young Avengers though.
Yeah, we're getting
they are. There are teases of that, but I mean, the problem is I really like the kids, so it gave me that feeling of I wouldn't mind watching a show just them, and you could have guest episodes.
Just Weekend and
that's my Super Sons.
Yeah, they could do that. Have a show for the kids, to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's it's really overall good. But I mean. What I was, and this is why I want to know how you felt. Did you felt like they were going to introduce Mephisto because there were two episodes in, like episode 7 or no, it was episode 6. That's what I felt. Episode 6, I thought, okay, it's got to be Mephisto showing up. It's got to be him. It can't be just.
I didn't get any feeling of that. I got a feeling that was going to be Cathron, the goddess of chaos. The goddess of chaos.
Oh yeah, Cathron, him. They did show the book of the Damned. Okay, the Darkhold. I remember. Yeah.
Which could be the main villain for Doctor Strange too, because
they're gonna have to deal with somebody who could warp realities.
Yeah, man, Cathron, like Mephisto, I think he can warp reality, kind of like Cathron, but I think Cathron is a lot more stronger.
I think
Cathron's more scarier than Mephisto.
But here's the thing: Mephisto is basically your devil, your Lucifer. But he's not like that. He likes to fuck with you. He likes to make your life a living hell. So that's why I thought Wanda was going to be that direction. I thought Wanda made a deal with Mephisto. And then after that, he gave her a handful of power, but the side effects go forward all over the round of the people around her. And that's why they say, we share your pain. We understand your pain. And some of them kind of hated her for that. And I'm like, granted, I'm like, I can understand what she's going through. I mean, she's at a point where her life everything is tragic. And I love the fact they did that. I love the fact they made the relatability factor of you get to know that person. I mean, how did you felt on that point, guys?
I really love that point because you get to learn more about Wanda's history, and she felt a lot of tragedy, joy, and she would going freaking nuts in the throat of tragic, and you can tell she's hurting. And I don't blame her. If I had power to do the exact same thing, not go pretty insane and kill our entire town, which. Boy, those people are not happy with. I don't blame them. I'm kind of on their side because it's kind of double standard to think about it because she's grieving.
I get that, but I mean, the facts are. I feel like there was a lot more things that I really liked the whole realistic standpoint on them. But I mean, the one that I really was happy that I was like, at least we got to see him more developed was Vision.
Yeah,
I really I like the part where always in the MCU. Vision's always awesome whenever I see, but I always felt like, there should be more development on him because you get to know him, but you don't really get to know him fully because I like stories that show a android robot learning humanity. And that goes a little bit of the sci-fi aspect of it. And wait, hold on, we got somebody.
We got a comment. Jacob McKenzie. I don't think Marvel would do Mephisto because China didn't like the devil.
Here's the thing: Marvel will
here's
not cater to that. I mean, come on, we're
What?
still gonna get a Ghost Rider movie or whatever they're planning with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Fair
And
enough.
also,
Yeah.
sorry interrupting, Ren, but like, here's the thing: they're gonna do Mephisto. It's just only how do you do that character without
Yeah.
making him, let's just say, can't do it fully. Like, I personally feel like Mephisto can't. Like, Mephisto could be that character where he doesn't do nothing. It's just the deal goes through. Like, basically,
But
once
he's
you
in
make
human.
it,
He's gonna be in human form
Yeah, he did show
to,
Ghost
to,
Rider.
to
Twice
blend
that.
in. That's it. It's simple. All you gotta do is turn them into human form to blend into humans and show the deals.
For himself.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. I mean, like, and you could have where he. I don't know if anyone saw the movie the is it the Devil's Advocate or something?
Advocate.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Keanu Reeves.
I would advocate.
Yeah, something like that. I see.
Yeah,
Lucifer.
I can see that too. You know, he takes human form and
Yeah,
does
show
the
him
deals and
that-
just watches to see what happens.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. That's something I really could buy. And ooh, okay. But it's just like, to me, I'll just want to say this now. I mean, personally, I really think that where they're going to go with this direction on Mephisto is if they go forward where he comes in as Ghost Rider or shit like
Blade.
or Blade. I mean, a Blade's a different scenario, but I mean, personally, I think Blade could work. But I mean, overall, I really feel like in terms of the darker characters, they're really in good hands. It's just how they go do it. That's just how I feel. But I mean, besides all that shit, back to the main topic. I mean, the way how they introduce Scarlet Witch's powers, pretty much saying that your destiny is to destroy the world and you're more powerful than the Source of Supreme. And I'm like, so she's. So I was like saying, so you're basically telling me she's more powerful than Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange. Okay. I mean, how did you feel about that?
That made me happy.
How do you feel about the villain reveal? I felt like it was cheap. I'm like, you're telling me she's doing all this. I mean, it didn't make any sense until they explained it fully. And I'm just, I felt like the villain could have been more better. I mean, you get what I'm saying, Ren?
I mean, it kind of fits because, you know, she's barely finding out she's a witch herself.
Yeah.
You know, she's finding out, you know, her powers on that. You need a villain that's her opposite. That is the
And Agatha makes sense. And
yeah,
Auntie,
and
I
it's
look
the
at
same, same thing as you are, you know.
That was funny.
Be quiet, Toby. I want to hear.
It's like, you know, like say like Batman has an anti-Batman. You know, same kind of abilities, but shows him, you know, he could be better than that. That's what I feel Agatha did. She opened the door for Wanda to embrace that power she had. That's why she decided to take the Book of the Damned and study it.
Okay. I mean, I could see that. I mean, like, definitely. I personally feel like the way how everything on that, I really wanted more on that whole thing. And then, granted, I believe episode 8 pretty much explained that whole thing of that character, Agatha. And what's up, man?
Hello.
Anyway, it's just like I personally felt like the way that show went. It's just I really liked how they treat some of the characters on their costumes, like the Quicksilver wearing his blue and silver outfit, and oh god, I melted on where Wanda wears the Scarlet Witch comic book costume.
That made me happy.
And Vision wears his, even though he looked ridiculous, some of it. I think they could have done a little bit better with Vision.
I think that's the point. The Halloween costume. I did to put me at the reference.
Well, yeah, it fits. You know, it's Halloween costume, and if you look back the art days, it does look ridiculous on them.
Yeah, it does.
But I mean, granted,
now.
Some of it, I'll say this: Wanda looked great. I mean,
yeah,
or she looked great. She's eye candy. Yeah. That was the whole
I mean,
point of it.
granted,
Is for to make her eye candy for the fellas or for the ladies, you know. Who,
I'm just like, I'm just saying, like, she looked great. I mean, granted, her new costume in the
You kind
show.
of amazing.
Oh man, the moment she.
We got a comment from 616 man saying that the Ultimate Universe used the human form of a businessman or rock star dressing in red.
He
That
did?
could fit. Yeah, that could
I
work.
know what that.
That could work. That could work for Mephisto pretty much.
I could see that.
I think a different man had to make more sense. Rockstar, not so much.
I mean, well, and also another thing is, I like the fact that they, and this is the thing about like, especially like characters like Mephisto, like if you're gonna do characters like Mephisto and you bringing that shit down in to your show, I really think that, or even your movies, I really think that you should make them more believable as like characters, not make them look like monsters. Just make them where you don't need to show their demon forms. Just have them be like you said, Ren, like have them make a deals and just let the show go. And if you go forward, I mean, like I look at
the magic too, you know. But I think with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I think they'll give a nod to Mephisto because we're gonna explore more of the magic universe side. Of the Marvel universe.
With the Magic Marvel, not really well defined on like DC Magic Universe. DC Magic Universe a lot more pretty defined.
DC more fantasy. DC is more fantasy based in terms of magic. I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, with Marvel, it's more of
they're trying to make it like believable, like they did with Supernatural. You say magic spells and stuff happens.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah,
more of the supernatural fantasy.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, just to go back to my one of my topics. How did you felt of the ending? I want to know how do you felt that?
Which part? Which ending though?
Which ending?
About?
The ending part where the season finale, how everything went. I mean, personally, I want to know. I want to know from you too, especially Brandon. I'm dying to hear yours because yours is very much like. I mean, I look at you almost everything. I'm like, I want to know from you because I mean, like for me, I loved it. I just felt like it was good. It's not what I would have done. I would have done a very much a depressing ending to where
you watched dark ending where she was everything.
She was like I would have it where she lost almost everything she loves and she goes in a massive killing spree. That's how I would have it. And I would have Dr. Strange show up at the nick of timing and he puts an end to it. And it sets up immediately after that. But I mean, granted, that's a little too dark, but I mean, that's how I would have went. But I mean, it's just as story purposes. But that's just how
I expected Doctor Strange to show up, sensing all that magic going on.
Yeah,
that's how I would have ended it. I would have ended with Doctor Strange visiting wherever Wanda's at, and like have a little talk with her about to mentor her of controlling that amazing magic that she wields. But I know that the ending of the first credit scene it leads to Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, with Monica Rambeau and the Skrull.
And then the other ending, I feel like Jimmy Woo needs a series. He deserves one. I feel like they're trying to like expand this whole universe on TV.
Yeah, but
how else they're gonna do? I mean, besides we're gonna have the Falcon and Winter Soldier, then we're gonna have Loki, and then the What If.
Secret
Invasion. I mean, we need more stuff about the humans too. Not just the powered beings.
Yeah, well, we had Agent of Shield, but then that ended. We can't.
I know, but we need more. Of that
I mean, people even say Agents of Shield's not even canon now.
It's not being canon after the last season.
Yeah, I can understand Darkhold, if I remember saying well.
I can understand that because personally, for me, I mean, like, granted, it didn't really felt like it didn't felt like it was a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's the problem about the pre-Disney Plus shows. It didn't felt like it really truly belonged in the universe. It just felt like its own little own universe, just only using names just to keep people in.
It's the same thing with the Netflix shows too.
Go on. What do you say?
It's the same thing with the Netflix shows too. They didn't feel like they were canon because all they did was name drop this, name drop that. We didn't see like them.
I mean, personally,
part of the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing too. Like, I mean, personally, when I look at Agents of Shield, I mean, I would have least want Nick Fury be a part of that show.
He did show up.
I know that, Tevia, but I mean, he wasn't a main character. It was more like he shows up once in a while. Then after that, pretty much the rest goes history. And then after that, you had no Captain America because the actor didn't want to be nothing to do with it. Couldn't you blame the guy? I mean, honestly,
it wasn't enough money.
that too. But also,
showed to the ground.
And also another thing also it just became the Quake show, and also your X-Men 2.0. Granted, the actress is great. I mean, the actress is great, but I mean, you know, if you just have like forgettable characters or just stories that really don't hold nothing, then no one's going to give a shit about your show. And I really feel like that's your main problem with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I mean, we got somebody comment.
Welcome to the more position for depending on the character manipulation. The deal open Ghost Rider with a heavy metal rock band kind of gas and fit jump on that nostalgia. When the hell did that happen? I don't remember reading that.
I think that was one of the Ultimate books that you probably did read. Granted, I mean, like they could use one of the Ghost Riders that hasn't been used. They're
gonna use Alejandra.
I could see that.
That's what at last check. They're gonna use Alejandra as their Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, they can't catch. Wait, can they?
They can.
Yeah, they can. Ghost Rider is a title.
They could do more than one if they wanted to in a movie. You know, briefly
that's another
one
thing
by one.
Yeah, and here's another thing. Ghost Rider is a title, just like Black Panther, just like Captain America. Thor, it's debatable. Iron Man, like it's debatable, but it's like
debatable.
Spider-Man, no, it's pretty much a title. It's a title. Anyone could be that way. Hell, your fucking Spider-Girl's that way.
True. Fine, yeah.
Anyway, so I mean, a lot of the characters are titles, a lot of them are not. But I mean, Wanda is back to I'm going to go back to the main subject on the WandaVision show. The one thing I really liked about the show is you saw different time periods. The time periods of the 70s, the black and white, and the 80s, then the 90s, 60s, and all the way up to where we're at right now. It's basically a showing of how mankind's evolved. But I mean,
that was that would be pretty cool.
All right. Okay, thanks. But I mean, the facts are, I mean, it's just, I honestly thought it was a good finale, and I'm excited to see how they're gonna do Doctor Strange 2. Now, I want to know from you, Ren, what do you think is gonna happen? Because the kids are reported to be in the movie. I want to know from you, like, how do you think it's all going to go down? Because I think dramatically different. I
think it's going to be like her traveling to different dimensions to find them, and she's going to get Doctor Strange to help.
Okay, all right, I can see something like that. Go on, know what you're saying, Tevin?
Yeah, I think you don't have to really have nothing with Doctor Strange motivate. She's trying to find a kid, but as we saw in the post-credit scene before she said goodbye, and that broke my heart. Because, what? No, like that broke me, and then trying to get help. That, in my opinion, would go to my opinion, Mephisto major Doctor Strange movement. But if they're going with Gabon, then I think Gabon may have the kids, and that's even more darker. Because I got Mephisto with name.
I mean, personally, my theory, and this is my theory on the movie, I think she's going to help Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange pretty much is going to tell Wanda to help her, and then later on in the season, and later on in the movie, I should say, I corrected myself. Later on in the movie, you had it where you pretty much just find a place to where the main villain is at Wanda's wet dream, having the kids, having an alternate reality. Like what I'm trying to say is like have it where the hero in an alternate reality gets what that person wants, and that's something I definitely could see. And you had it where instead of Vision dying in Avengers Infinity War, you have Wanda dying. And that gives enough time for Thor to kill Thanos in that time period, and Vision took care of the kids. And you even have Vixen, the Vision's daughter, in the...
Viv.
Yeah, no, is it Faye or Vixen?
No, it's Viv. Vixen is...
Viv. Okay. I mixed them. I accidentally mixed them. But anyway. But yeah, I mean, you had all that stuff going forward, and I really think that's what they really should do. I mean, granted, I'm expecting Wanda to be the villain for Strange 2. I just don't see it any other way. I really don't. Because, I mean, the way they made Doctor Strange to be a weak to Wanda, I honestly think Strange will look at her as a threat. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel on that whole theory I just said?
That theory does make sense the more I think about it, because with the Darkhold, that dark magic, and dark magic had a cost, and as we saw with Agatha, then that thing can corrupt.
Plus, if Doctor Strange tells her not to mess with it, she's gonna do the opposite and do it anyway, just to get her kids back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that theory makes sense.
What she did here wanted the kids to help.
Yeah, that's the thing. I also pretty much think that. I mean, like, I really just see that happening. The way how... Oh, excuse me a minute. Give him a drink. Fucking hell. Nice cold water. Fuck. But I mean, it's just the way I see it. It's just that's how I see it. Now, granted, I was proven wrong on what they did to the season finale because I thought at least Doctor Strange would show up. But I mean, I love how they did the costumes on all the characters.
Yep.
I want to know how all of you felt on the Fox supposedly Quicksilver, but in actuality is not.
Oh yeah, fake Quicksilver. I thought, holy shit! This is the thing. Quicksilver in the MCU, okay, Fox Quicksilver. I saw it then. We thought I wanted to be Quicksilver after some guy. I felt disappointed. I think I know.
I felt pissed. Like for me, I was pissed off. I'm like, come on! You're telling me this is okay. You're telling me that he showed up, and then you're saying, oh no! You thought it was the real Quicksilver from that particular time period, and then we had theories of before the events of Dark Phoenix. People were like, the whole X-Men are thinking, where's Quicksilver? Where is he? And Professor X pretty much said, I can't get a hold of him. I can't find him. And everyone was thinking that's during that time period. No, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no. But that's how I say. What was this?
So Jeff, I promo control TV stuff pre-Disney Plus. I can't find winners with the plan, but TV movie crossover with the Doctor Strange was gonna be bridged up. What? Push that together.
I'll just say this. I'll say this. Can we say fuck Jeff Loeb? Can we just say that? Because that piece of shit cunt.
Screw Jeff Loeb.
I'm sorry. I'll say this. I'm sorry. Like, dude, I can't forgive that guy for what he did to Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Same.
I mean, personally, with me, I just feel like no matter how anyone else says, it doesn't really say any excuse of what he did, and I'm sorry, I can't do that shit. Fuck that crap.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. He had too much control, and the MCU was pretty much doing their own thing, and they really didn't care about the TV shows.
No,
Because
they have Daredevil, Jessica Jones, who killed Iron Fist. Doing good show, Daredevil, and that broke my heart. We just had a great show at the end of the season, but then that got canceled. Jessica Jones need only 3 scenes, didn't need a 4th scene. Who cares need a 3rd season? We got it off at plot point. Iron Fist,
Iron Fist was trash. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm just saying. He's trash. He's just trash.
What you think?
And it's just, I really can't just not be a guy where he's just be a little bitch and just all that shit. What's this? Oh, it's just the same thing. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if anyone that wants more questions, that'll be really great. But I mean, yeah, I mean, as for the, like, what's your guys' expectations for Winter Soldier? I mean, in Falcon.
I want the rumors to be true about Department H and Weapon X.
Oh, you want that Weapon X stuff to be real?
Yes, I do, because I believe the Wolverine show will be freaking perfect for him. Not a movie, a series.
Yeah.
I can understand.
As for me, I think Falcon Winter is gonna be good. I'm actually looking forward to that show. Granted, I don't think Falcon Winter is gonna be like one of the greatest shit of all time. That like WandaVision blew up basically everything. So who knows? But I'm actually super excited for Falcon Winter. Granted, WandaVision blew up basically everything. So who knows? I'm also hoping for Falcon Winter to maybe Weapon X. But maybe
it's gonna be that is true. That is true. Inhumans was going to be a movie, but let's all face facts. They didn't have no plans to do Inhumans.
No, I mean, that's more Poe.
I mean, personally, that would be like their biggest mistake, and I'm happy they didn't do it because at the time they wanted the Inhumans to be the X-Men. They really wanted to be the X-Men. Now, granted, some of it successful, some of it failed. I mean, some of it, were good, but I mean, the problems are trying to make a different race, but it's basically the same themes of X-Men. You just pretty much are just doing it just because you don't have the rights of that particular brand.
So you want Jordan Human with Ms. Marvel, Kid Kaiju, and that's about it. Moongo definitely is fine, but everything else garbage. Right?
I wouldn't say they're all garbage. It's just they never did anything with them that are genuinely fucking worth a shit. You could definitely do something really great. I mean, hell, I could map out an entire storyline on how I would do the Inhumans race, but I mean, yet again, wait, hold on. We got one question. You think Miss Marvel? I don't know because that's a big question mark because there's a big rumor going around that they might reintroduce the Inhumans, but it's just the facts are. I mean, should she be an Inhuman? Because they got the rights of X-Men. They could just make her a mutant. They could just make her a mutant, and you can go forward from there. I mean, that's another thing too. With the mutants and humans, you got an option. If you're gonna do it, then you better make it make sense. And
honestly, making her the first mutant, well, not the first mutant in history, but more the first mutant in the MCU, would actually make a ton of sense, and actually will be far better than making it human because let's face it, in humans they failed, so fuck it, let's make a mutant instead.
I see that. But I mean, also, I wanted to know how did you felt on? I wanted to ask how you guys felt about WandaVision getting a possibility of a season 2 because everyone's talking about that.
I haven't think there is anything, but as soon as that happened, then you know what? Cool.
I really all I'm gonna say is do it phase 5. Just do it phase 5.
Yeah, phase 5 was better. Glenn, what do you think?
Yeah, I think there should be a season 2. You can explore so much about Scarlet Witch and the family.
Yeah.
too. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love the fact that you got to know some of the characters on WandaVision. Yeah, got to see recurring characters in the show. Like characters like fucking Thor supporting characters and a few other ones. A lot of people thought like, why don't we do it like an X-Files Marvel show with Sword?
Yeah,
that would have worked really out well.
I'll be all for that. That would be pretty cool for Jimmy Woo and the 18 hours. Granted, the 8 hours is that a new team that had the Hulk going. No, not the Hulk. What am I saying? Armageddon Chill Hulk. Yeah, totally awesome Hulk who got not Hulk anymore. Yeah, Silk on that team with I don't care what Silk. I still don't care
now, like yes, for now, but later on that may be a possibility. We might see that happen. But the one thing I would argue is he would not just not do. I'll say this: it would be stupid that he would not continue it. Hell, there's already green light for a season 2 for Loki and a few other shows. I guarantee you there will be more seasons out of WandaVision. And one of the things I will say about what they did to WandaVision that I will think that it's very genius and it just shits all over a lot of the DC shows is they took different genres of periods of filmmaking. They took black and white. They take. I want to say this. Tevye, let me say this. They took different time periods of TV shows. They have a black and white show. They had a 80s type setting show. They had the 90s and the early 2000s comedy shows. It really blends it very well. And you believed it on top of that, too. It felt natural. I mean, I guarantee you, if a show did all that stuff, it would just feel weird. I mean, like, how do you felt about that, Rin?
Wait.
I'm here. Yeah, frankly, they did take a lot of inspiration from the classics to right now, and I don't know how a season 2 will work, but Marvel's really creative.
Yep.
We just got to see, what's the aftermath of Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's the thing. That's all we're all going to be leaning towards. But I mean, I mean, personally, I love the. I mean, this is the one thing I will say this again. I'm going to say this once. I'll say it again. I loved how they did Wanda pretty much saying how much she lost Vision and how much she loved him. And the biggest breaking point for me was the whole point of the part where they were going to live together in episode 8. You know, that big circle point of where they were going to live together, Ren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was something that I truly... Wait, hold on. Originally... Oh, wait. Kevin Feige had originally no plans for any street-level characters, complex stuff during Phase 1 and 2. Only the Avengers-related characters, Guardians, Wanda, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we kind of figured that. I mean...
yeah, but then they goes over to Fox. And we all know that.
That's the thing, dude. 616, man. That's a different time period now. They didn't have X-Men. They didn't have Spider-Man. Well, at the time they didn't, but they didn't have Spider-Man at the time. But along with X-Men and Fantastic Four, now they do. And this is something I'm going to be talking about this after we're done talking about WandaVision in a few minutes. I honestly think that what they were going for is they wanted to do something truly different.
Yep.
And
something unique.
There's something unique and breather because, we just got out of a massive, long, drawn-out saga out of the Avengers Infinity Gauntlet saga. And I really feel like we need a breather. And this is the show that and multiple shows after this
is going to do that. And I really like this show talking about grief, talking about someone that you truly love, but you're at your breaking point. And if you had powers to, at her level, yeah, you would do such a thing. It's very believable.
You bring back the love of your life, back from the dead.
That's. Do you think Namor? Hold on, we got one comment. Do you think Namor will show up?
Black Panther 2?
Yeah, more likely. More likely that will be the case.
Don't know.
Honestly, no. Honestly, they've been talking about Black Panther. They've been talking about Black Panther and Namor in the very beginning. I honestly think that was the original plan, is to have Namor and Black Panther go against one another. But the problem is now, I mean, Black Panther is just. I'm sorry, it's done. I just, it's done on terms of that character that people wanted to go see. You're not going to see King T'Challa with another. You're not going to see King T'Challa fighting Namor. It's just not. It's going to be his.
That's not happening, because the actor's gone.
The actor's gone, and then I'm like, granted, I'm happy that no one's going to replace that actor because I can't see anyone else doing a better job.
No, I mean,
the guy was dying, and he put his heart and soul. I'm sorry, you could never touch that quality.
Well, Glenn, what do you think?
Yeah, we're not gonna see T'Challa again. Sadly, we're just gonna be a memory. But I really don't see like Shuri fighting him. Anyone. I just see him like.
I think he's good now.
I don't know. It's just it's difficult.
You there, Ren?
Ren, I think you're glitching.
Yeah, can you repeat that again? I think you kind of glitched out.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm saying that I don't think we're gonna see that big event though. Like I can't picture Namor in it, to be honest.
So you're saying he could be in a Fantastic Four movie, a sequel? Or
yeah,
something?
he could probably be in there. Being thirsty for Sue Storm.
I mean, personally, with me, I mean, speaking about Black Panther, I mean, I just, man, oh man, they got their hands full with that one. I'm worried about that film being a failure because now you got to change your narrative. And that's something I truly just dislike. That happened with The Matrix to an extent because the article pretty much had to get recast. You also
started well. Yeah, they were Dumbledore.
Yeah, well, the Dumbledore was a little different. He was a very different ball game on how they were going on their direction because it wasn't starring him.
True.
He was a supporting character. This is your main star. I'm going to mention this actress, and it affected this trilogy, the sequel trilogy of Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, Leia.
With Princess Leia dying, it was a very much. I mean, you were asking Disney, why did you kill off Luke if you could have just had him be alive and you could just have Leia die in the second film? I mean, it really just. They could have saved their asses.
I think they did that over a budget, because Mark Hamill was a big star, and they had to figure some way to like.
That is also true, and Mark Hamill has a little bit of an ego on his little fame, which is just like, granted, he is a phenomenal, great actor, and he's probably a great guy to talk to. But I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, there are times that you're just like when you're in a business and you really can't fight for a character that's not yours. And I get it where he loved Luke Skywalker. You wanted to have that protection of that character because he played him over the years. I honestly felt like Carrie Fisher's death really affected the trilogy. and I personally felt like it demotivated Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Because there was an interview that really he was very, very alone, very much like, I just want to get this over with and just go forward. Because that's how I see it. And that's how I feel like Black Panther is going to go. People are going to love it. People are going to dislike it. And that's just your main problem. And I don't know what else I could say anymore. I mean, but I mean, besides all that shit, I mean, I really, I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with the other MCU shows.
Same.
I liked how they did Wanda and the new costume. I absolutely adored. I hope they get like an updated type costume with her, just kind of give her a little bit more
red,
badass appeal. Just give her more shoulder pads, kind of make her, or just give her a big ass cape and make her more intimidating.
I do want to come back. I'm hoping the kids do get my Wicked Speed because I love it for Wicked Speed of mine the Super Sons, but in live action, it's so great, awesome.
Yeah. Speaking about that, I haven't watched the recent episode of Lois and Superman.
Superman, Lois and Clark. Yeah.
Yeah. How was it?
Superman, Lois. My bad. Got them mixed up.
How was that?
Good. Episode 2, I think, was pretty good. My only problem I have is more drama. I'm hoping that we're going to do more Young Judge at the great episodes. But we also heard that this show got delayed thanks to COVID, and now Supergirl putting my show.
Thanks, Supergirl. Thanks. I fucking hate you.
Yeah, thanks, pandemic. Thanks.
No, I'm like, wait, have they finished all the episodes? Or are there still more episodes they haven't finished?
They haven't finished an episode. Episode 9 was supposed to be. It's delayed.
Oh.
Episode 5 is the last episode. Then they do a hiatus. Then Supergirl.
Wait. So we got 5 episodes. Wait, hold on. We got 5 episodes filmed already?
I think so. Yeah, but Superman Lois.
That's a fucking. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Let's see if I can find it.
Just comment down below all the episodes and we'll be fine. I mean, but I mean, besides all that stuff, I mean, I want to know from you, Ren, did you felt the battles between Scarlet Witch and Monica were not Monica, I forgot their name.
Agatha.
Africa, whatever the fuck her name is. The main villain of the show. How do you felt about her?
I thought she was interesting.
Stop sharing screens. We're not sharing screens, Tevye. All right.
I got the article.
I say go ahead and do it. Like I'm not all proving it yet. Go on, Ren. What you were saying?
I liked Agatha. She was the opposite of the Scarlet Witch.
No. How do you felt the battles?
The battles were pretty good. It's just something I thought would be like between two witches.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't like it. I'm like, really?
What do they want? What about punching and kicking? Nah, witches fight with magic.
Yeah. But I mean, it's more like it's not what they accustomed to. That's more like they were more of the what's that word? The Harry Potter factor. The Harry Potter factor. But I would even argue, but even Harry Potter did that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Voldemort and fucking all the the Dementors trying to go after Harry. And the Dementors trying to go after Harry in Deathly Hallows, and you had massive battles going on. And granted, we didn't see them all, but I mean, when you have in the ground on Earth where they're not flying, that you could see where they're doing, and that's I just don't understand it. I really just don't.
I don't get people. It's magic. It's not
Jimmy Olsen or just invent. I don't know about that one.
That could be anything. I don't see it happening though.
I don't know. I first thing, no comment on that one. I'm sorry. But back to the main topic.
Yeah, back to WandaVision.
I mean, I honestly thought that they were really good, but I just see a lot of people just bitching and moaning. I'm like, look, I get it.
That doesn't surprise me though, because it's what it is now, is to be negative towards everything.
It's frustrating because you can't be part of it.
You can't enjoy anything at all.
It's not just that. It's more like if we don't get what we want, we bitch and whine and complain. And that's the problem with a lot of people who clearly, and this is something I'm going to rant about later, it's just like you can't get what you want. Like I watched this one YouTuber named $3 Theater.
I know him.
He wants a Justice League sequel and a Ben Affleck series. You told me, Ren, multiple times, it ain't gonna happen. I didn't want to believe it. But the moment that J.J. Abrams got hired and he's doing a Superman reboot movie, and the rumors multiple times of during the events of his final Star Wars film, and then during that whole thing of Warner Brothers buying his studio or his studio working with Warner Brothers, there was massive rumors that he was going to do a Superman movie, but it wasn't going to be Clark Kent. It was going to be a black Superman.
It was going to be Calvin Ellis or the Val Zod character.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And pretty much, and I just kind of figured they're not going to give us the sequel. Why would why would they give us this movie and not give us a Ben Affleck movie?
I can tell you why.
I think I know why too.
Explain.
I think I know what it is, but I'll let you say it. But before I do, I'm just going to finish it. What I was saying, I'm at a point where this is it. You're not going to get what you want. They're going to show you what was going to lead to, but this is it. You're done. They're only doing this to shut us up because they know if they just do other movies, they're not going to be successful. To have these people watch these movies and begging us for the Snyder Cut. Yep. Go ahead, Ren. It's your show now.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why we got the Snyder Cut is because of all the bitching, the moaning, the protests, the harassing, just bugging Warner Brothers for it.
Yep.
And they paid $70 million that they're not going to get back.
Yeah.
Yep. That is true. People want Snyder so bad they got their wish.
Yeah, I had to tell people, Snyder already said it multiple times. Warner Brothers, HBO Max are not interested in the sequels. They want to keep moving forward. They don't want, I don't know, they probably saw the outcome of it, how people were negative towards Justice League and Batman v Superman. Because there was a lot of negative reviews. Plus, the big mistake of Batman v Superman was they showed too much in the trailer. They didn't give us anything to be shocked about. As soon as we saw Doomsday, we're like, oh, they're going to fight Doomsday. It's going to be the death of Superman. That's not shocking at all. We're going to see the death of Superman.
And it would have been really cool if they didn't show shit and they pretty much
I remember trailers being teasers. They tease what we're going to see.
And just have it where they show a bits of show the teaser trailer, just market a little bit of the fights, but the facts are bring Wonder Woman as a surprise and have everyone like, holy shit, Wonder Woman!
Yeah. That's going on. They showed one teaser like the Comic-Con, and that's it.
But the problem is they want to show a lot to get people to come in, but you don't show too much of the product. You gotta tease them. You gotta make them want more. You gotta make them want to see the movie. Not, hey, let's throw almost a whole movie in, and that's it.
That's about true. You did. They show way too much.
That's what happened with Spider-Man 2. They showed too much on that trailer.
All the time, Godzilla vs. Kong. I have all the trailer at the point. No, I'm not.
Dude, they're almost showing everything. They're almost.
Because I'm all the
dude, granted, I'll say this right now. They show a little bit too much of Godzilla and Godzilla King of All Monsters, but they're marking the shit out of the fights between Godzilla versus
calm. And I'm like, granted, I'm like, I only saw a few bits, few trailers, few TV spots, and I heard some rumors of how Mega Godzilla is going to come in, but I'm like, I'm not going to go any further.
Well, he's definitely going to be in there because you kind of see him in the first big trailer. You kind of see like a glimpse of him in Tokyo.
Wait, hold on. We got somebody. The Joss Whedon Justice League was hot garbage. Go debate if you like the movie or check that. And they're like, no. We're not fans of that version of Justice League.
Yeah, we're a mess.
I mean, like what we're saying is basically people don't understand that what we're getting for future DC films. Warner Brothers is done with this universe. They're going to book what is successful and they go forward with it. And that is just how Hollywood works. I mean, granted, you could say the same thing with definitely. I agree. Godzilla versus Kong looks great.
So fire.
I can't wait for it. But I mean, I'm just saying, and I'll have a link down below to have you guys come down to talk to us about WandaVision and also just other shit. But I mean, the facts are, I mean, when you look at movies and everything, and also TV shows even further,
in video games.
Well, video games don't really matter because you can't change a video game on how how they are really doing things. That's why
it's not like how they changed Sonic last minute. How they got the negative feedback and they're like, you know what, we're gonna redesign them.
I mean, granted, I mean that movie got lucky to be successful.
Yeah, lucky.
I'm sorry. I mean, even they fixed it. It looked terrible. The trailers were god awful. It looked not interesting. It looked like a garbage fucking movie, and it was a masterpiece movie. It was funny. It had personality. It had story.
Someone had that too.
It also had the rings actually make sense for the plot. I mean, oh shit! I wonder how they're gonna do it for the sequel. Are we gonna bring Shadow in? Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do all that stuff? Warner Brothers always wanted their. Yeah, but here's the thing, buddy. I mean, this is the problem. I mean, they're never gonna do that type of movie. I mean, that was a different time period where
I think what they're trying to do, though, from what I'm understanding,
go on.
I'm seeing it's connecting with the Flash. You know, the outcome. That's why we're getting a Superman reboot. It's like a new 52 universe we're gonna have, kind of.
So reboot.
Reboot. But I feel also that the Superman we're gaining is for Earth 2, for the Batman.
Yeah, but that was odd.
Because the manager of Henry Cavill said he's still not done yet. So we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know the future. Henry Cavill is in his 30s. He's still young. Affleck, he's almost 50. He already stated that the suit nearly killed him because it gave him exhaustion because how heavy it is.
True.
Yeah, but couldn't they just make it very light?
I think they can.
They can, but the thing is, though, I don't think Ben Affleck likes to work out like Jason Momoa does.
So
it's like with Hugh Jackman. You know, we thought he was going to be Wolverine for that long, but he hated working out. He hated, the diet after diet and not getting any movie roles. We wanted him for Wolverine. I think that's what Ben Affleck is doing, but Ben Affleck is also a director and a writer.
Yeah, that's true. He likes to granted, but I mean, the whole point I would argue is you can have an old Bruce Wayne going through retirement. I mean, granted,
beyond.
But I mean, we're talking about Dark Knight Returns. We're talking about the Dark Knight Returns to where Batman is still being the superhero. Yeah, I know you don't. You're one of those camp that I don't really like those stories.
I don't have Dark Knight is a great story. I love that story. Its sequel can go to hell. Fuck those sequels.
No. Well, the sequels, I mean, they're both good and bad. I thought Golden Child was actually pretty pretty cool.
Good, John, with a complete better. What the hell are you reading? It's better.
I'm sorry, dude. I am so sorry, dude. I absolutely enjoy your rant.
Yeah, you're the madness.
But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, like they wanted to do their movie and they wanted to go forward. But I mean, personally, the facts are. Wait. Man of Steel was originally going to be no. That's not what we heard. Zack Snyder already wanted to do.
wanted Man of Steel.
He wanted to do like a book, like let's say, he wanted to do like a book entry of where he wanted to go with Superman. Book 1 was Man of Steel. Book 2 was Batman vs Superman. Book 3, 4, and 5 were Justice League sequels.
Oh,
and that's where he wanted to go with the sequels of Man.
No, the guy, the 616 was stating that Warner Brothers wanted that, not Snyder. It was Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
That wanted Man of Steel to be a standalone trilogy series like Batman. To be honest, I wouldn't mind that. That would have been really interesting because, let's face it, Superman 3 and 4 are the worst Superman movies.
Yeah,
they're trash.
That's super cheap.
I would even say Superman Returns is trash to an extent because
Superman Returns was okay, but I would have loved to see J.J. Abrams' Superman flyby because the video I saw of Superior Cinema, explaining what the next trilogy of Superman would have been, that would have been the perfect Superman movie.
That sounds really freaking nuts.
Oh yeah. I mean, like personally, I think J.J. Abrams would have killed it with Superman, and I think he could still. But I mean, the problem is, if we're talking about Abrams now, I mean, back then, very drastically different director.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a guy that pretty much he likes to copy what worked before.
So he's more nostalgia based.
Problem with, like, granted, I have no problem with that. For the beginning, sometimes you got to remind a fan base to do that direction because at a certain point you got to just, you know what? Why don't we just go back to the roots of what the franchise originally? Something like that. But also like a return to form, like to go back to basic, to what it felt like to the original fans that grew up, and you might have new fans to be a part of it as well. But the biggest issue I have with Warner Brothers is they have no plan. They really don't.
Nope.
I look at their universe, and that's the problem. Like, I look at their universe as a failure, and I think people don't see the obvious factor. And I'm sorry for everyone kind of like watching this video and just thinking, first, I thought you guys were talking about WandaVision. I apologize. I mean, I'm probably going to retire the video, like, pretty much talk about WandaVision, but also talk about other shit. But I mean, the facts are, I mean, the whole point of what this show, or just the whole show on how Marvel is doing a really good job, and I really feel like DC, it really is not helping a lot of things. Their TV shows, they're killing it. But the movies, I don't know if I should trust them after the Snyder Cut. And I think, like you said,
I'm just gonna wait till after the Flash, see their plans.
Same.
We don't know what we're really doing. We know, has to deal with Flashpoint in a way, and we don't know how much of Flashpoint they're doing. We don't know what Ben Affleck's role is in the Flash.
Yeah, it could be taking influence on the button. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Watchmen. They're not going to do Watchmen. They're not going to do that.
No, they're just going to do something else.
Yeah, they'll probably do something else. Probably with
like introduce a new Batman, or Michael Keaton stays as Batman and has a mentoring Batgirl or whatever.
Beyond, but they even set him down.
Yeah.
Batgirl Beyond, which.
Granted, I mean, are they doing that with the comic books of Batwoman? With Batgirl on the Catwoman and Batman comics?
I think so. I have not read that series.
Helena's Batwoman.
Oh yeah, I did that one.
because she wore the suit. If you recall in Batman Annual, I think number 2, when we see them married, get all together, we see a older Helena wearing Kate's suit.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Because I was actually about to say that.
Yeah, that made me happy.
Did you read? Also, Ren, did you read the Keanu Reeves comic book?
Yeah, I read it. I love it.
I heard about it. It's a freaking insane, very bloody.
Dude, it's a very bloody comic book.
It's very bloody. It's very like. It reminds me of reading Kick-Ass for the first time.
Oh shit! Okay.
Nice.
But I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, the facts are. I'm gonna be saying this with just right now. I mean, I agree with you on how people are. I mean, I totally agree with you. People don't know what the fuck they're talking about. People think that people think that, oh, we want this, we want Kathy Kennedy to be gone. I'm like, oh, sure, yeah, and you're gonna
solve all your problems.
Solves all of your problems, but then you're gonna be screaming her to come back. You're just like you're doing with George Lucas. And I always say, every time you shit on Kathy Kennedy, it's another shitting on yours truly, George Lucas. They get all offensive, they get all pissed off because they don't like the fact that.
Here's the funny thing about that: if they get what they want, then they want more, then they don't like what's going on.
Then they complain more, and then we'll back the same cycle. Like,
it's like I tell everybody else.
Pick a side.
If you don't like a comic where it's getting, or a novel where it's heading, or a movie you see it's going to have a bad sequel, you don't have to watch or read it. Just move on.
That's the thing too. I mean, like, I'm at a point. I'm like, granted, if a show sucks, I'm like, I'm good. I got what I wanted. I mean. Granted, I'm a big Transformer fan. And I want good Transformer.
Oh, that's a good question. The 616 man said, "Is it possible for them to make a standalone Justice League franchise with own continuity across universe?"
I think so. I think it's possible.
They can, but
kind of, sort of.
Movies are getting more expensive.
That is good. I could see that. I mean,
I think if they wanted to, is they make the part 2, 3, and 4 into comic books.
That's not a bad idea. I actually would be all for that.
I mean, personally, I would be all for that because that is your best way to continue it. Because a lot of times, like some shows or TV or movies get a continuation. Like, look at the Batman and Superman comics that are going to be based on the movies, the Tim Burton and Christopher Reeve films.
they're all coming out. They're coming out this year. And
I'm looking forward to them because they're going to be continuations, and I'm like, I hope that they kind of open their own doors to pretty much just talk about what they really want to go for and do what they really were going to go for, like do Brainiac, do storylines, and also have it. And also, like in the Tim Burton Batman movies, have it where you get to see their version of Robin, Dick Grayson, because originally Tim Burton was going to have a black Robin, Dick Grayson, which was
she wasn't going to be Dick Grayson. It was going to be a brand new character from the street.
It won't be Drake.
Though Marlon Wayans is still getting royalties as we speak for every Robin appearance of Dick Grayson.
True.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Black Robin, we're getting Tim Drake and Titans, but people picture that he's black, which that's another can of worms.
Well, what's going on? Hold on.
Because if there's a black Tim Drake.
Yeah, and Titans.
Season 3 of Titans.
So
fans are pissed off about
that.
Okay. Yeah, these DC fans. I swear to God, I'm sorry. These DC fans are such babies. I don't know what to say. I mean, first we had a Wally, a black Wally.
Mm-hmm.
People bitched about that. Then it died. Now we got the original Wally, and he got fucking ruined. And
but now, yeah, he's back. He's back in the class again.
People
Truly
don't
this
bitch
time.
about that.
In Frontier.
We'll see. I'm not putting.
Here's the thing, though.
But I mean,
I've only seen Tim Drake as a Mexican because of Batman animated series. He had tan skin. He wasn't white. And then if you see the universe, he still looks like he's Hispanic.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's true.
Like me, I want a black Lex, and we're getting a black Lex.
Yep, and Superman Lois with Captain Luthor.
Yep,
dude. I'll say this right now, dude. I'll just say this. I mean, whoever. I'm hoping that black Lex Luthor is very much that is everything that we want him to be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I want, and this is something I'm going to ask you: do you think they could reintroduce Supergirl, or one of the Supergirl versions in the Lois and Clark? Not Lois. Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
it's gonna be the same Kara Kent. It's not.
It's gonna be same at the
it's the same universe. It's not. They haven't got another Supergirl or anything like that. It's the same girl. She's gonna be probably making cameos on there after the show ends.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which I'm not going for that because that show it didn't have a good idea with what
that show was
on that show.
I'm sorry.
It was up and down the show, but I like the actress. She's adorable. She's
great.
She's great. I'm not denying she can be a great Supergirl. Like she's shown she can, but I mean, it's more like what they did to that character. It's more like how there was pointless dramas. They really never, like in my opinion, they never really went truly in depth with how much it affect the damage of the the destruction of Kryptonian, can't even talk right now. The destruction of Krypton and everything between on that, and how it impacted her a lot. And I feel like, wait, hold on, we'll see this. Fandoms overreact, rage, and hate.
Publicity. That actually, wait, actually, what am I saying? That actually,
it's like this quote: "Haters make you famous."
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, indeed.
Hell, they bitch about Brie Larson now that she's fucking more famous.
Yeah.
Don't promote it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like a curse. I mean, if you don't like something, don't promote it. Don't talk about it. It's just how.
Just move on to other. There's other stuff out there to watch. There's other stuff to enjoy. I mean, it's just a waste of energy. You know, it just makes you
exactly. I mean, yeah, I agree with you, Randy. Yeah. I mean, like people all butthurt about the season finale of this show, and I'm like, oh, this is a bunch of bullshit. I'm like,
what did you expect? Was your IP to come true?
It wasn't supposed to.
It's not that simple.
Well, granted, no, they were expecting so much shit. I'm like, with the WandaVision show, and I'm like, God damn, you people are just expect a mountain of everything. Granted, you could say that with everybody, but I mean, even me. But I mean, I know sometimes there may be a lot crazy stuff. There may be a chance. There may be a chance I may not get what I want. I mean, yeah, I expected a lot of shit happening with a lot of shows. A lot of it didn't happen. Hell, some of them got canceled. Some of it got pretty much discontinued because of
that broke me. Like,
or just bad businesses, creative difference. Had movies like for example, I think personally you could have fixed your mistakes with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. However, they were going to fuck themselves even further with Amazing Spider-Man 3 and 4. And would have ruined everything.
They're gonna fuck it up with Clone Shocker stuff.
And also another thing is like especially the X-Men franchise.
After Dark Phoenix.
I mean, like no, it was like every chance it was like a broken dysfunction. Actually, not broken. It was a dysfunctional relationship practically.
Yep.
You had it was like we're all good. Then we pretty much just got
We fuck it up.
fighting, and it was just so much bullshit. And then you're at a point now when you saw the last straw go off, you just gave up. You just quit.
Yeah.
I mean, like personally, I didn't care about Dark Phoenix and New Mutants. I knew the show.
New Mutants, I skipped New Mutants.
You
know what? To be honest, New Mutants wasn't even that bad that people say it was. Yeah, I just saw it as like a horror movie.
It's just it's not a bad movie. It's just boring. Just endless boring.
Yeah, that's just boring and it gets exciting later on, but to me it felt like a different movie.
That's true. Okay, people say the Lois and Clark feels like
post crisis. Entirely true. And honestly, I'm actually all for that because it's post crisis, but it's going to do its own thing. Now, I'm all for that because they all it's going to simple all over.
Personally, I'm just saying this right now. Personally, I would rather have that show be its own thing with Supergirl. If you want to just do that and just have her show up in episodes for the show and you go forward, I would be happy and have the other shows crossover. But I mean, personally, that's how I would want this show because I don't want this show to get ruined. It's too good. It's
that's why they canceled the Batwoman and Batwoman crossover with it.
Thank God, because that Batwoman show could be crushed the fuck.
I honestly think they were trying to do Batman, and this is the thing about this. This is the thing about Supergirl that I hated. They used Supergirl as a stepping stone. Basically just reskin Superman. Just what really kind of bothered me, and now they have their own Superman show. It's more like they want a Batman show, but they can't, and Warner Brothers will never allow that to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Like if they had the idea of like Damian coming to Superman and Lois.
If they ever do, thoughts before we leave because I got to do shit right now.
Okay.
On the show. Sorry, we got to sidetracked and we talked about other shit. Pretty much, I think about doing this more often. We're gonna talk about a bunch of bullshit, but hope everyone enjoys this first episode. And you guys can fit it. You guys talk about the final season and just talk about the season overall and how you felt about it and what you're looking forward to for the other shows. I mean, I'll let you go. I'll let you guys go before I'll do mine. But anyway, go.
Okay. As for me, I love this show. It's one of my favorite shows on TV. I've seen it a very, very long time. One of my favorite, actually, did not come true. I wanted to put a quick silver stuff, but despite the setback, this is a great show. I love this show, and that ending was amazing. I love Wicked Speed. I'm glad that they on the show made me happy. And when the ending was disappointing and sad, but yeah, great ending. I'm glad to see Scarlet Witch finally get power to me happy. Agatha with a good villain. I like Agatha. She was tons of fun. With the Agatha All Along song. That was hilarious. And I love the show. And, I can't wait to see more Wanda in the future. As for Vision, I don't know what kind of Vision, but who knows. Until then, we was younger, but wait. I'm doing my review. I'll give the show 5 a fucking A+. And for those shows, I'm very sure that they will have in the future. Loki! I don't know how people about the show. That show is very weird. We'll see how that turns out. But anyway, the show, it won't be as strong as WandaVision, but I'm more with a Baron Zemo. As for all those Armor Wars, Iron Man, okay.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Get that. We'll see. Yeah, all right. Next.
Next. When?
Well, the show's great. I give it 5 out of 5. I'm hoping to see more of the twins in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I'm hoping for that Legends action figure of Wanda's new suit coming out pretty soon, I hope.
Woo!
And
yes.
I'm looking.
Please, just want to say something. Please ask her to make that shit.
I'm looking forward to Falcon Winter Soldier. Put there or some nods to other characters, and mixed feelings because I don't know what the heck's going to be about.
Yep.
I love the characters in WandaVision. I love the nods to classic TV sitcoms that we had back in the day, and it has a good ending.
Yep.
All right.
I agree with that.
We got somebody saying, "Will Marvel and
DC motivated on the movies?" DC, I think, the motivated. Marvel, we don't know.
I'll just say this. I mean, in terms of the multiverse on Marvel, you'll probably see something like that in the near future. But I mean, right now, no. I honestly feel like with Marvel, they have a better option right now to maybe continue with other characters or different versions of other characters. Like you might have a different actor playing Iron Man or whatever. I mean, you might have a lot of things in the MCU that it could be endless of opportunities.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Kind of like that, but also do it differently. I mean, I'm talking about where you have endless Marvel universes. You may have like an ultimate scenario with the Marvel Cinematic Universe where you have a different universe with the MCU right next to it. But granted, that's a long road, and that's an option they could choose. But for me, I just feel like right now they're doing a really good job then on the multiverse than their fucking DC. Granted, they trolled us multiple times now, twice now. On
first Spidey,
the WandaVision, because they've been really teasing this, and I'm saying this, they better go do this because you can't keep on doing this troll factor. However, we'll see how things go. To me, it's 9 out of 10. It's a really good show. Could have been really great if they had a direction I would have wanted them to go, a very tragic and dark, disturbing direction. But they ended on a note where she said goodbye. She kind of moved on. However, I think personally it would bother people just to have, if you were in Wanda's position, you would be sort of bothered by hell. But anyway, if anyone wants to join me next time, I'm sorry I had to kind of like change plans. I got to do stuff right now, but I'll be doing another podcast with my friend Tevya later tomorrow or next week, and we'll have you guys come down. I have a link down below next time, and we'll be talking about we'll be talking about other shit about DC and Marvel, and I'll see you guys later. Stay tuned for more podcasts. And also, Star Wars. We might talk about Star Wars too, or other shit. But anyway, we'll see you there. We'll see you there. Stay tuned to our review on the Lois and Superman show, and my other reviews on comic books and my Let's Plays. I'll see you guys there, and I'll have my good friend Tevya on his channel and everything between, and my good friend Rin. Anyway. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Boom.